Guys, welcome back. This is the last part of WrestleMania. We are moving on to Monday Night Raw after this. And as you guys know, my girlfriend is on the other line, as she is always. She's not only my girlfriend, guy, but she's my fan. No, she's my #1 fan as well. She supports my work as a internet wrestler. Great boy. Yeah. Yes, mommy. Don't lick your face. Yeah, I'll tell your dog to stop licking your face. Tell your dog to lick your ass to your face. I don't want to lick your bum. That's disgusting. That make me lick your ass up. Oh, what are you gonna lick then? Your what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Lick your suck on your tits? Oh, you see the door's open. Everyone opens that in. No one heard me say that. No one's home. Oh my god! What? What's so funny? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena. Well, Cena not scheduled to be out here. King. Yes, Joe. Yes, King. Alright. Cena won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from The Undertaker earlier tonight. Watch your mouth, Baba. You keep swearing, the video will get taken out. Shush. You keep swearing, you're gonna get me kicked out of YouTube. Missing something, Cole. King. Hey, missing the championship, weird. So before he says anything, Cole, King, let's talk about a bit of history between all these men. Hi, Baba. Why you both? The amazing section of backlash, Kurt Angle, the wrestling machine, the Ricky Bobby, and the dead man, the Undertaker. Earlier tonight, John Cena, that name, faced off with the Undertaker in a fatal 5-way match. Taker could not be the original WWE World Champion in that matchup, team. It was the Undertaker who captured the WWE World Championship just moments before his match. Just on SmackDown a few weeks ago, way before his 4-way matchup happened. Because Edge, the former WWE whatever champion, decided to go after Jericho and take himself out by spearing Jericho out of the ring and taking himself out of the WWE whatever championship picture. In the matchup itself, Edge was meant to defend his title on SmackDown, but he couldn't due to him injuring himself by spearing Jericho out of the matchup. Jericho holding the show hostage. It was the WWE whatever championship that was vacant due to injury sustained by the Rated R superstar Edge, who was set to face the new number one contender Kevin Nash, who was to face Edge on SmackDown for the WWE whatever championship just days before the biggest stage, WrestleMania, which is here tonight. Kane would interfere in that Edge-Nash sequence and cost Edge a win. Both Kane and Edge were also a part of a 6-man elimination match on Raw that nobody actually won. Both also faced each other on SmackDown in a triple threat match for the WWE whatever championship. Edge, of course, we heard that his injury was minor and not major, though Shane McMahon, the new commissioner, stripped Edge of the championship because he was injured. So then the lights went out, gongs hit, and out came The Undertaker, who dropped Kevin Nash, the so-called number one contender that became contender to the injury on SmackDown a week before that due to Kane's interference. The Demon could have cost Edge for costing him. We don't know the mindset of Kane, of all people. He's a monster. Refuse to give him what he wants and he'll disembowel you. Edge, however, would lose that opportunity to defend his title because of Jericho's interference, as we aforementioned. Y2J held the show captive until the Ultimate Number 2 showed up and bolted after Chris Jericho, attacking the former world champion. These two have had some great battles, though absolute disdain for one another, fighting to call yourself world champion. All the tricks Jericho has pulled, the wool over everybody's eyes, so to speak, would come back to bite him. Edge taking his frustrations out of Jericho and taking him out of the equation with a massive spear outside the bloody ring. Not realizing he has just injured himself in the process of wiping the floor with Jericho, the Rated R era has come to its unfortunate end thanks to Jericho's mocking and taunting and mind games, beating over and over, losses to Edge, them two are 2-0, Edge 2-0 over Jericho. He beat him at Fastlane in the 8-pack challenge. He beat him in the I Quit match on SmackDown to regain his World Heavyweight title. What more did Jericho want, King? I don't know, but Chris just keep coming back for more. So Shane, realizing his top champion is now possibly injured, he announced that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship was now to be vacant due to Edge unable to compete clause for the champion. Now, for a little time, we didn't have a world champion till suddenly the lights went out, as we aforementioned. My God, we knew what that signals. The Dead Man, the 6-time world champion, looking for his 7th title, appeared from the darkness and absolutely drove Nash head first to the ground, laying waste to him with a patented tombstone piledriver and quickly finishing off the 7-foot NWO member, capturing his 7th WWE World Heavyweight title in a squash match, no doubt. So now Taker will defend his world title in a fatal 4-way. One of those men would be his demonic brother Kane, who vowed to tear down the streak and Edge's title reign along with it. Kane attacking Orton and Swagger during the US title match on SmackDown that saw Christian become the US champion for the first time since being in ECW and being the ECW champion. Kane would then send a message to The Undertaker that he wants the WWE World Heavyweight Championship there and then. He wants to go head-to-head at Mania as he wants to go head to Mania as champion and take the streak of the Phenom along with him. So Taker accepted the challenge and will teach some lessons to little brother Kane, that being a brother doesn't make it your yard. Having the same power of electricity and fire doesn't make it your yard. Little did we know that Edge would show up after mind games were being played by the former champion. Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to be serious here. Edge, who lost his title moments before the brothers faced off, Edge still failed to recapture the title as Taker reigns dominant. Cena embarked a huge return to the ring here at Mania, stealing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from the Dead Man, only to be joined and attacked by the rest of the competition, Jericho and Goldberg, who stormed the ring. Cena, of course, hasn't been seen since losing the United States Championship to Kurt Angle at No Mercy. Bell rang. Match was a 4-way. It didn't take long as Cena walked out 4-time World Heavyweight Champion. Then would appear former champion and former tag team partner Kurt Angle, who was one half of the tag team champions at the time, attacking the Dead Man, sending both a message that that title was his. He wanted that title. Kurt faces Cena at Backlash for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, how will Taker fall in this situation? He's still got a rematch. But the Phenom is also on the hunt for Rowan, as he has one rematch with the Sheep of the Wyatts for the Undisputed Championship. Undertaker, who won that Undisputed Championship. Let's take some time to embark on the stats of the Undertaker. Since taking the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from Kurt Angle at No Mercy last year in a devastating ladder match, Undertaker has also become one half of the tag team champions with his brother Kane. He's become one half of the tag team champions with The Big Show, and he's become the Undisputed Champion, beating CM Punk in a triple threat match on SmackDown just after the Royal Rumble. So then Undertaker would go and lose the Undisputed Championship to Eric Rowan at Fastlane after tying up Vince McMahon and CM Punk and Sheamus, who are all in a Iron Man match. And then Taker would lose the Undisputed, and my girlfriend's laughing at me for some apparent reason. My girlfriend, guys, is laughing at me. As you can hear her in the background, she's laughing for no apparent reason. As I'm talking here and I'm reading a chapter from this book. On Raw, Edge would defend his... I already said that. Edge would defend his world title in the main event in a 6-man match, also involving that man John Cena and The Undertaker, in which every single man lost, including Edge himself, because the match was never finished. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Taker and Angle also have history, but we'll get to that in a second. Every one of these men have history. We're going to talk about that history. No. As I mentioned at Fastlane, Taker will defend his new Undisputed title against the chairman Vince McMahon, who was in between Punk and Sheamus, being their referee at one point. Sheamus Punk, some of the competition, which later turned 15-man Battle Royal, as all the combatants managed to tie up the scores. Vince, who was in the mix, forced in the middle of Punk versus Sheamus feud over that title. At the pay-per-view, it would have been a 3-way, as McMahon made it clear that he would become the Undisputed Champion come Fastlane.